Right, many thanks to Leeds Venture for that introduction. Effectively, when we moved in here 4 years ago, we had no idea what to do. So this is very welcome for all the companies that are moving into Dubai in particular. Again, thanks to the prior speaker. We're now going to move to Napoleon Canizales, CEO of Givit, who's shifting the paradigm of giving from charity to venture philanthropy. This is interesting. I was involved myself many years back when I was an auditor with Pricewaterhouse in the auditing of the International Red Cross. This is over 15 years ago actually, but I learned about that environment when I was there in charity and giving. So I'm very interested in knowing what he has to say. Please come to the podium. And just one thing important, Napoleon, please keep looking at Sam. Sam is keeping the timings. He's our timekeeper.
Good morning. My name is Napoleon Canizales, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much, Your Highness. Thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure. And thank you so much, Gustavo, for that great speech in the beginning. And Chris, thank you so much for that enlightening talk. So, from the beginning, from a few years ago, when I saw what was happening in the philanthropy world, I realized that charities are unsustainable. And the reason why they're unsustainable is because you can't keep giving money to people and expecting them to grow on their own. Not only that, but you basically create someone. There's an old saying that says that it's better to give a man a fishing rod and teach him how to fish than give them the fish. So when I set out to do what I'm doing was as a result of having read this article in the New York Times about how the Red Cross, and I've been a supporter of the Red Cross for many years. The Red Cross took in $500 million for the reconstruction of Haiti, and they built 6 houses with that. And I realized that the whole model is broken. There's a lot of inefficiencies in the world of charity. So what we set out to do is to create a new model by shifting the paradigm of giving from charity to venture philanthropy. Well, people will make money by helping others. People will make money across the globe. They will be able to give aid to one another and make money at the same time. And all over the world, all over the third world, people are going to be able to earn a living by creating content. This is what we're going to introduce. Can you please play the video?
Charity is unsustainable. And at Givit.com, we have a solution. Venture philanthropy. People will make money by helping others. Our groundbreaking platform will create a paradigm shift, and your participation in Givit Token will help people in need all across the world. Here's how it works. Those in need will make a 30-second video on their phones, pleading their case to the world. They will upload it to Givit.com, where the video will be wrapped in a banner that will read, "Please help us." Go to Givit.com and buy Givit Token. They will then share their video on social media and they will earn a Givit Token, a new virtual currency. When they share their video on a social platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, they are rewarded with a Givit Token. Every time they get 5 comments or 25 likes, they earn another token. Not only do they earn the virtual currency, but they also broadcast the seriousness of their situation to the world. As people all over the world watch these videos, many will be touched, moved, and inspired, and they will feel compelled to help. And they will buy Givit Token. Some of the videos will go viral, which will bring more money into the ecosystem, pushing the value of the currency upward. Conservatively, if we have 100 of our videos going viral, out of the millions of videos submitted, that's over 100 million views. If 5% of those viewers buy between $10 and $15 worth of Givit Tokens, you're talking $50 million raised for the cause in a very short time. After they earn Givit Token, they will then go to one of the special locations Givit has arranged, where they can use a Givit Token to buy food and other supplies.
Can you please put the... So this is the solution. What we're doing is we are eliminating the inefficiencies in the non-governmental organizations, in the NGOs. We're expanding the current pool of donors because they're going to be contributors, investors, rather than just donors. We're going to enable people in the most affected by poverty and natural disaster to generate income for themselves and their communities. We're going to change people's lives. People that normally don't have an opportunity to earn anything. There are parts in this world where people just don't have an opportunity to have a job. We're going to give them that opportunity. You know, it's interesting. One of the things that has happened in the last few years in charity was that the amount of donors has decreased consistently over the last 10 years. The amount of money that has been donated to charity has stayed about the same. But I started looking into why this is the case. How is this possible that the amount of donors have gone down and the amount has stayed about the same? And it's because of corporate social responsibility departments within corporations. They're the ones who are actually putting money into this ecosystem. But eventually, that's all going to dry up because there are so many more charities being created each day and not enough money to be given to them. One of the things that we're going to do is also, we're going to bank all these communities in the third world and give them an opportunity to be part of this financial systems. Okay. Next slide. No? So venture philanthropy is what we're talking about. We're incentivizing a new class of donors, a new class of people that are going to be willing to participate in this ecosystem that we're talking about. So just to go back to what you watched in the video, people are going to create a 30-second video pleading their case to the world. They're going to upload that video onto our website where it's going to be wrapped with a banner that's going to say, please help us, go to giveit.com and buy Giveit token. Once they do that, they share that video on their own social media account. And once they do that, once these videos start circulating all over social media, people are going to become aware of what's going on. Now, this is a very important part about this, right? By them creating this content, they're at the same time promoting us. They're marketing us. They're basically promoting our platform and our ecosystem and our coin by creating this content. As people start being fed, so one of the things is we know that 80% of these videos are going to be useless because not everybody has the ability to create a good video. 80% of these videos are going to be useless, 20% are going to be they're going to get a little traction, and then 0.1% are going to go viral. And these hundreds of millions of views are going to be the ones that are going to be the main cause or the main driver for our growth. One of the things that we know is that as people start being fed and they don't have that need to be fed anymore, what they're going to do is they're going to start creating a different type of video. More entertaining, more interesting, funnier, which is really what happens in social media now. So as they create these videos that say, I'm going to ride my bike on that 30-story building and land on that swimming pool, and I'm going to have my buddy take me, and I'm going to land in that pool, that video is going to be shared. And it's going to start expanding. As people all over the world watch these videos, all over the third world, and want to see how they can participate, they're going to go to our website and they're going to realize that they too can create these videos. They too can create a video that's going to help them earn a living. Because every time they create that video and they share it on their social media account, we drop a coin in their wallet on their phone. This is essentially what happens. And these commercials, these 30-second videos are nothing more than 30-second commercials traveling all across social media, promoting our brand and our coin. So we have intertwined our own marketing and promotion to the benefit of the participant, of the person that created that video. So at every level in our ecosystem, we have levers of motivation all across our ecosystem so that people are motivated to participate. When people all over the world watch these videos and they say, oh my God, I want to help these people, They go to our website and they say, with a credit card, say, I'm gonna buy $10 worth of Give It token. We take 10%, that's our fee, not very onerous, 10%. They can do one of two things with the remaining $9. They can actually donate it to the ecosystem, to the pool, or they can keep the token and realize its appreciation. And that's when, because of all this money that's being poured into the system, and the amount of money that's being poured into the system is going to increase the value of the currency. I'm going to show you, these are the 5 demographics that we're reaching. People who normally donate to charity, those people, you know, there's still people that do that. In the United States, that has decreased tremendously, especially millennials are no longer willing to contribute to charity. They rather give peer-to-peer help, direct help from across the world, rather than go through any kind of charity that's going to take 60, 70% of the proceeds and use it to stay afloat. The second demographic is the people who previously donated to charity but have stopped because of the scandals in the charitable world. These are another demographic that we're bringing into the fold. The third is people who would like to help but cannot afford to do so because they cannot just give the money away. So this way, by giving them an opportunity to make a return on that money, we're bringing them into the fold. And 4, people who simply just want to make money. And at the same time, they want to look good, because our website's going to have the list of the people that have contributed. So these are people who want to make money. And then the 5th demographic is seasoned cryptocurrency investors. People who just care about what the price of the cryptocurrency is and how it's going up. Now, the first 4 demographics have never invested in cryptocurrency. So this is a completely new pool of contributor, donors, investors that we're tapping. So I explained to you what the platform was and content. So as people start creating this different type of content, you know, when they're being fed, when they're feeling good, and they start creating this more entertaining, funnier, interesting content, and that content starts floating all over the world, and they start making a living, then those videos have value. And one of our advisors is a woman who runs Dr. Phil. Many of you may know who that is. Dr. Phil is the psychiatrist in the United States and has a TV show. She runs all his empire. And she is going to package these videos because this is content. There's such thirst for content right now in the world because we're consuming more content than it's actually available. So she's going to repackage this content, is going to sell it to networks in the United States and to the top 70 markets across the globe. So this is another source of revenue, between $5 and $10 million a month in revenue from that revenue stream. Anyways, and so this is the revenue stream. So we're actually looking for $5 million with a combination of Give It coin and equity in the company. In private placements right now, we're doing an IEO in 2 months, and but we can execute with this $5 million. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you so much.